Oh boy, guys, do I have a lot of thoughts in today's video. There's a couple things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Jessica Kent and give you some updates on that. I also want to talk about Mikayla Nogueira and the hometown chick that exposed her, which I think is really interesting. So there's going to be more of like a kind of like podcast style, I guess. I wasn't able to film today, so I wanted to do a voiceover so I can get this video out. So you can just listen. I'm literally just going to be talking the whole time. You don't have to watch. Just, like put in your earbuds, walk around and do something, and you can just listen to me talking shit about people and gossiping, since we love that here. There was also some stuff that came out about the Dre McCray stuff, so I kind of wanted to touch on that really quick. There's also a whole lot of drama going on with Ryan Upchurch and his mom. Like, talk about mama drama. Oh my gosh. So we're going to touch on that too. I have some thoughts. And the Ryan Upchurch and the Dre McCray stuff, my thoughts on both of those situations are kind of similar. So anyway, grab a snack, grab a drink, get ready. We're going to gossip and hang out and talk shit about people. Let's go. And even though we do like to gossip and have a hangout sesh, talk shit about people, this is not meant to hate on anybody. I don't ever hate anyone. This is just my opinion alone. And some of my audience likes to come watch because sometimes they have similar opinions than me. And they like seeing someone talk about the things they're interested in and give opinions. That's it. I am not a hate channel. I am not a bully. I don't want other people to send hate to anybody. My subscribers don't do that. That's for sure. We kind of keep it as respectful as possible. I might get sassy sometimes. I get it. Some people don't understand my sense of humor. They're saying I'm being mean to this person or that person, and that's fine. I get it. If you think my commentary is mean, that's totally cool, okay? I am spicy. I am, I have kind of a certain sense of humor that not everybody's going to get, okay? And that's fine. I like to entertain you guys, okay? I don't want you to be bored when you're watching my videos, okay? I want to tell you guys really quick that this video is actually sponsored by Temu, and I got my first sponsorship. I am so incredibly excited to show you guys this haul with Temu, and I appreciate you all so much for watching my videos and supporting me, because this video would not be sponsored without you guys' support, and I'm so excited and appreciate you guys so much. So I will be showing you guys what I got from Temu in just a little bit. I've been getting a lot of comments, especially surrounding the Jessica Kent thing and the Mikayla thing, okay? The Jessica and the Mikayla fans, they are not liking me right now whatsoever, and I get it. You love those bitches, you're gonna hate me. I get it. But they're not really used to maybe like my style of commentary, or maybe even commentary at all. So they think I'm being mean. I was making fun of Mikayla. I'm like making fun of things. It's just my way of entertaining you guys. I am a humorous person by nature. Like I get really spicy, but I also like to laugh. And I think it's, fun to keep things entertaining. I don't want to bore you guys, okay? I know that I get bored very easily when I'm watching these kinds of videos, so I don't want anybody to get bored. I want to at least kind of keep it a little bit, funny, so that even when we're talking about some serious topics, we're not just like Debbie Downers over here. We know how to laugh. And I do find that there is a benefit to, finding the humor in things. That is how I like to deal with things a lot of the time. And everybody deals with things differently, okay? Not everybody understands making humor out of bad situations, okay? I do it in my own life sometimes. I try to, make fun of myself and make fun of, bad situations that I've been in. That's just how I personally like to deal with things. And if you do not relate to that, that's totally fine. You don't gotta be here, girl. I get it. Guys, I want to interrupt the video really quick because I am so excited and want to thank Temu for sponsoring this portion of today's video. You guys have no idea how excited I am. This is my first ever sponsorship on my channel, and I'm just so incredibly like grateful and excited and just like mind blown that I actually have a sponsorship. Don't mind all this stuff right here, by the way, because we're putting in a new stove and oven. Everything's like in disarray, so just ignore that, okay? But I am just so thrilled to have a sponsorship. It's by a company called Temu. They are an online marketplace that has everything from fashion, jewelry, kitchen gadgets, toys, clothes, and it's all really awesome stuff at a super affordable price. It's very affordable. I think my favorite thing on their site is all the kitchen gadgets and like stuff like that, which I got quite a bit of. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I got today and some of the stuff I'm really excited about, and then I also have another video coming that will show some more stuff. So let's just get right into it because I am so excited to show you guys this stuff. Okay, first of all, I want to show you guys how this stuff comes packaged because it actually is packaged up really nice. All of the stuff comes in these like really nice bags. Brand Temu, it's pronounced Temu, and it will just have like a bunch of the stuff in it. The shipping was really fast. I do have a code where you guys can get 30% off. You get free shipping with your first order, and you also get free 90-day returns. And I will leave my affiliate link down below so that if you guys, I'm not making commission off the link. It's just a code for you guys. I am not making anything if you use my link, but you do get a discount code. If you guys want to buy any of this stuff. I'm so excited to show you what I got. Let's just get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is I did dig into this stuff, so it didn't come like open and crazy like this. I wanted to make it easier to show you guys and faster to pull out. Okay, so the first thing is this vegetable chopper. This was so affordable. I have always wanted one of these things, but they're kind of pricey, some of them, and I just never bought one. So let me show you really quick. It comes with a bunch of stuff, and you see on the picture right there, you can chop anything, and it has a bunch of different like sizes, and this one actually looks really nice. The plastic is actually really good quality. There's a ton of different attachments that you can put on it. So I am so excited about that. Like I said, I think my favorite thing on their site is the kitchen gadgets. Next thing is these refrigerator mats. I'm just dropping things. I'm a hot mess. You got stuff all in my background. You guys know how it is over here. Refrigerator mats. And it's supposed to help you keep your refrigerator clean. And I liked that they were colorful. So you just put these down and then you put your stuff on top, and then you can pull them out and wash them. And I thought it would really help with keeping my refrigerator clean. So really excited about that. Okay, the next thing are these ice cube trays. Please tell me you guys have seen these, like they're everywhere. They're like super popular, and these are so cheap on Temu. And they give you these like little ice balls. Okay, you put it in your freezer like this. You put this on top, and then you get little ice cube balls. Kid and learning stuff. So I got a bunch of these little magic water books. I actually already gave a couple to my kids, and they absolutely love them. You put the water in the pen, and they this, and from other brands that are like $10+, these were like $1. Okay, and you know how kids like use and abuse things, and it's literally the same exact concept. And my daughter Juliana absolutely already loves this. Kept her quiet for like 30 freaking minutes. You take the top off, and whoa, you put the water in and you screw it back on, and it paints the picture with the water. If you guys have kids, you probably know exactly what these are, but they're so cheap. And they also had this practice copybook for preschool. They have all kinds of little workbooks for kids, and they're literally like $1. This is a great way to get like more learning for your kids. They also have really nice, like really soft blankets. I actually got one of these for my older son. And it's a really good size, really affordable, and this is so soft. It's a really nice, like soft, fuzzy fabric. I haven't given my kids a lot of this stuff, so they're gonna be excited because I've been waiting to film this video. So this is really nice. My older son loves Stitch, and they had this really great quality Stitch stuffed animals. This is such good quality, really cute, adorable. The ears kind of like bend and stuff. It's so cute. I also got one of these apple slicers. I've also always wanted one of these, and I just never got one. Like, it's a really good site to get like little gadgets that you have always wanted, but you just like never bought for some reason. You know how there's just like stuff like that? So you literally just press on the apple and it cuts it up into slices. It takes the core out. Like, that's what I really love about this website. It's really affordable stuff like this that you will find very useful. Okay, that is it for this haul. I want to thank Temu for sponsoring this portion of the video. Again, if you guys want 30% off your first order, you can use my link down below. And make sure to enter the code STAY98 at checkout for the 30% off, and I will have the link in the description box. You get free shipping, and you also get free 90-day returns. This website is like legit and safe, and you don't have to worry when you're purchasing off of it. So, okay, so let's get back to the video. Let's see, what are we gonna start with? Okay, I think I'm gonna do Dre McCray and Ryan Upchurch, since those are the shortest. I don't have much to say about those two. Then we'll do Mikayla, and then last we will do Jessica Kent. And you guys know there will be timestamps in the description box if there's a certain topic that you want to listen to, and you don't want to hear the other stuff. I totally get it. You can skip around, but I think my longest thoughts are on Jessica Kent, so that's why I'm going to do that one last. But I'm excited to hang out. I've been waiting to do this video and give my opinions on all of these toxic bitches. So now we're really going to get into it. Okay, so first let's talk about Dre and Vaughn McCray. If you guys remember a while back, Molly Golightly and Katie Joy started covering the story of Dre McCray, who is an influencer. Her husband tried to unalive himself, and it became into this huge story. Katie Joy was against her, and so was Molly. They tried to team up, but it went south, and they ended up fighting with each other. A lot of people were coming up with a lot of crazy rumors, like Dre did it to him. She had a lot of strange behaviors at the time. And I remember I stuck to the Molly and Katie feud. When it came to the Dre McCray stuff, I did touch on it a little bit, but I didn't really feel right, like, just doing, like, a whole thing about the coma and stuff. Like, I understand talking about her because she's an influencer, but it just was a really touchy subject, so I didn't get into it that much. I kind of stuck to the drama between Molly and Katie. Well, new information has come out about the situation. Dre McCray was cleared of any wrongdoings in the attempted unalive of her husband. They also released the body cam footage of the day when the police showed up to Dre McCray. And now a lot of channels are covering it. Annie 10 to Life did a video. Well, let's see. Annie from 10 to Life did a video, okay, and she got called out by a channel called Nonsense. Now, I just recently started watching that there's a bunch of drama going on between Nonsense, Molly Golightly, and EKC People Suck. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, but I'll definitely be looking into what is going on. But I know at the root of the situation is Dre McCray. And so I think it's really crazy that all these creators are fighting over the Dre McCray situation, because at the end of the day, it is supposed to be about a man who attempted to unalive himself and is in a coma, and there's just been nothing but drama surrounding that story since day one. And I think it's really sad. So there's kind of like two sides from what I have been watching. There's like nonsense is on the side of Katie Joy and Dre McCray. They seem to think that Von's family, Von McCray, his family is like shady and doing things wrong. And it also seems like EKC people suck. LB and Molly Golightly are kind of on the side of Von's mother and father and family members, and nonsense is kind of going after LB and Molly Golightly, and it seems like Unirock is still continuing to go after LB and Molly Golightly also. I do believe Unirock is like obsessed with LB. It's very strange. That man is very strange, but there's like all this drama going on between these people, and it all stems from the Dre McCray situation. So if you guys want a full video about that whole craziness, or if any of the creators involved are watching and they want to let me know something that I don't know, or they want to give their side to this story, you guys are welcome to DM me anytime and tell me your side of what's going on and kind of how you're feeling about the situation. Because I know, like I said, L's involved, Molly's involved, EKC people sucks involved, nonsense is involved. So, you know, I'm kind of like an outsider looking in, and I am willing to speak to anybody involved in that situation to kind of give both sides and give my honest opinion about what I think. So I will be looking into that more. But as far as Dre and Von McCray, Dre has come back. She has returned to social media. She did a couple live streams, and she is pretty much saying that she came back because she needs to support her family. She is an influencer. She makes money on the internet. That's her job. She has to feed her children. And I do think that there's nothing wrong with her coming back and making money to support her family. Now, back when this started, I did think that Dre McCray had some very strange behaviors when it came to the whole situation and how much she was putting online. But what I will say, I have learned that many clips that were played of her were taken out of context. They weren't played in order. The whole thing was very confusing. We did not have a lot to go off of when it came to the situation. And I'm now seeing that, you know, some clips were from like 2 years ago, and they were being played as a way to say like, hey, look, this is why Von did it, because they were having this issue. And it turns out the clips were like 2 years old. And a lot of people are trying to blame Dre for what happened to him. And I think that's wrong. And, you know, Dre wasn't my favorite person in the situation because of some of the things that I've seen. But I'm going to be honest, and I do feel bad for her right now. And I do want to kind of apologize for believing a lot of the narratives that were put out about her in the beginning, because like I said, we didn't have a lot to go by. Her behavior was very strange. I never thought it was her fault or that she did it to him or anything like that. I did not agree when Katie Joy was pushing that narrative and like coming for Dre in that way. So yeah, I think that everybody just needs to let this woman deal with what she has going on. She has kids. She needs to make money. Her husband is still in a coma. Like, I can't imagine what that would be like going through that. And I do think that I did not have enough empathy for her when the situation started. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. I'm only human. I thought it was very sad what happened to Von. I felt bad for his family members. It seemed like she wasn't being very nice to them. But I will say I don't think I had enough compassion and empathy for like how she was feeling and what she was going through. And I think that was wrong. And I can admit that. Like, you see all these crazy clips, you know, as commentary channels, you want to give your opinion. You see something that's wrong and you want to talk about it, but we all have to remember sometimes that there's more to the story. There's more to the story. Things can be taken out of context, and I should know that because it happens to me all the time. If people just look at all these clips that are put out about me and my husband all the time and make an opinion, most of the time the story's not even told correctly. So I do want to apologize to Dre McCray for that. I don't believe that I pushed any like lies or false narratives about her, but I did have a very negative view of her. And I don't think I gave her enough grace when it came to what she was dealing with. And it's not okay. So, like I said, I will be looking into that, like all the arguing and drama some more. That's all I have to say about that situation for now until I get some more info and I can give you guys a more like correct and like, you know, a bigger picture of why they're fighting, like the details and all that. Okay. Now, let's talk really quick about the stuff going on with Ryan Upchurch because, whoa boy, that is some crazy mama drama going on there. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Ryan Upchurch is a YouTuber. He's also like a musician. He got very famous with like certain like country rap style music. He has a lot of fans. He has a big following. And I came across him the first time actually during the Kylie Rodney situation. I had never even heard of him before or his music. So I didn't even like learn about any of that till the Kylie Rodney. And I had kind of like a negative view of him because of all the conspiracy theories and false accusations that he was throwing around about some creators at the time who were covering the situation. He was saying a lot of crazy things, like Kylie wasn't real, it was all fake, it was all set up, just the most wild stuff. So after that, I kind of like stopped following him. I didn't pay attention that much. I know his mother is also on YouTube. She also has a YouTube channel, and apparently this whole time she's been kind of like his manager, and she's been dealing with his money, his accountant, and stuff like that. Well, recently, he came out and accused his mother of stealing money from him and like buying houses in his name without his knowledge. He said that he got a call from the people in the house. He was like, you want to come get your stuff? She sold the house. You have stuff here. And according to him, he was completely blindsided. He did not know about these houses. He's saying his mother did it without his permission. And it's the whole thing is so freaking crazy, dude. Like, I was like, what is going on here? And then his fans started like going after his mom, and now his mom has come out. His mother is calling him a liar. She's also saying that he's like horrible to his brothers. She's standing up for them, and that Ryan's fans are like stalking her, and she can't go out in public because people are coming up to her, and it's so crazy. Some people don't believe him. Some people are against the mother now. I don't really know what to think. It's like, also, I want to know, like, if the mom was dealing with the accountant, like, did the accountant know what was going on? Like, did Ryan never speak to his accountant? He said he didn't know how much money he had. Has he never ever seen his bank account? Like, what is going on here? But all in all, it's pretty sad that this family drama is being played out on the internet and a mother and son relationship is going so downhill publicly. I do think that something's going on with Ryan. I don't know if he is dealing with addiction, mental health issues. I'm not sure, but his behavior online is very strange. But if his mother is like doing all this stuff to him, that's awful. I would never do that to my children. But it seems like a very messy family. It seems like they're all a hot mess and they're all fighting publicly, and it's really sad to see something like that. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. All in all, my final thoughts on the Dre McCray and the Ryan Upchurch situation is that they're both really similar in that it seems like family drama is being played out on YouTube, and to me that's really sad to see. All of the, dirty laundry and problems in the family of Von McCray and his mother and father and Dre, like that's all been played out publicly on a public stage, YouTube, and I think that's really sad. And the same goes for Ryan Upchurch and the beef with his mother. And it just, like, it's horrible to see, like, all of these families fighting with each other publicly on YouTube. And also with the Dre McCray thing, I think when creators start getting involved with family members, with any situation like the situation with Vaughn and Dre McCray, it's like the creators are getting super personally involved with Vaughn's mother and father, and it seems like it just gets really messy, and there's a conflict of interest there, and there can be drama, and it can create fighting. And I think creators maybe should be more aware of that when they start getting involved with the family members in these situations. So yeah, that's all I've got to say on that. Let's move on to Miss Mikayla Nogueira. Get out of here. Let's go talk about Mikayla. Oh boy, Miss Mikayla. This bitch cannot keep herself out of drama. So I'm going to give you guys all the gossip as usual. Mikayla has recently been being exposed by some women from her hometown. So, very interesting. A girl came out on TikTok and said that she kind of knows Mikayla from being in the same high school as her, and she was associated with Mikayla's brother. And she said that she baited Mikayla by leaving a comment, like, pretty much saying, girl, do you ever do anything normal? Like, you always have to do this crazy outlandish makeup. Can you ever do, like, a normal look? And Mikayla posted her comment on TikTok and did a video, like, kind of clapping back and saying, oh, girl, you have no idea. I am real. I'm authentic. This is the makeup I love to do. So, which was very interesting because, as we know, Mikayla still has not addressed freaking mascara gate and the false lashes. But she is very quick. She is, with a quickness, ready to jump on and defend herself from some random person in the comments. So after that, this girl came out and said she knows Mikayla. And Mikayla was a bully and not a very nice person. She accused her of some racism and transphobia in the past. She said that Mikayla has 0 friends left from her hometown and that she treated people horribly. Well, of course, Mikayla comes back and says, I have no idea who this girl is. She said, we don't know her up in here. This bitch is a liar. My brother doesn't know her, blah, blah, blah. Well, this girl does another TikTok and says, Mikayla, you're a liar. She starts posting photos, like old photos, proving that the brother does know her. She claims she was in a grade above Mikayla's brother, and even showed that Mikayla's brother follows this girl on TikTok and watches her TikToks. So, once the girl proved Mikayla a lying-ass bitch, yet again, then Mikayla says, oh, well, we did go to high school with her, but we don't know her. It's just like the lies just never stop, okay? Mikayla does not even know how to tell the truth at this point. And I find it very interesting, and I have a feeling more people are going to come out that have known her in her life and say the same exact thing. She seems like she is not a very nice person. Multiple people now have accused her of treating other people really bad, and it can't be all these people. Everybody can't be a liar, okay? Mikayla just says everyone's lying. The waitress is lying. The girl from her hometown is lying. Then it gets better, guys, okay? The girl's friend comes out and kind of confirms the stuff about Mikayla and says, yes, she wasn't lying. We do know her. Everybody knows of her in this town. She's telling the truth. And does Mikayla address it? Of course she doesn't. She just gets on, throws in everybody's face how all these brands support her and she's this and that, and she's, flaunting her whole thing with Fenty Beauty and the Super Bowl, and it's just like sickening at this point. It's like, nobody cares, Mikayla. We get it. You're an influencer. You're famous. All the celebrities love you, girl. Like, we get it. Even though you're a piece of shit, okay? You're just a piece of shit, and you don't care. You will claw your way to the damn top. You will throw other people under the bus. She will leave people high and dry, you know, if they can't help her anymore, and find new friends that will get her where she wants to be. I think it's pretty clear at this point that she's just not a good person. And I definitely think we will continue to see more shit coming out about her, okay? I don't believe anything she says at this point when she talks about products. It's all a lie. It's so over dramatic the way she speaks about different products. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, you guys are never going to find anything better than this. And then she never uses it again. It's like, girl. And her followers, like, eat it up and they don't care. And they're dumbasses at this point. Wow. It's really crazy to see how many shitty people get famous. And it almost seems like at this point, in order to be a big influencer and make it and get on top, it's like in order to be a huge influencer, you just have to be a shady piece of crap in order to make it. That's what it seems like anyway. And I think a lot of people are just sick of influencers in general and sick of them flaunting their fancy life, selling us crappy products, lying, never taking accountability for their actions when they get called out. I think people are just freaking over it. Okay, so another thing that came out about Mikayla, like, it just, it never stops, you guys. This girl cannot stop being exposed. Wow. So Dustin Daly and Nick Snyder recently did a video, which I will leave linked down below if I can remember. I know I suck at the description box sometimes, but they recently figured out that Mikayla was having her friends leave comments on TikTok that she could react to. Like, just more proof that she is a fake, phony, fraud ass, you know, biatch. Okay, so if you guys are unfamiliar with TikTok, which I am, like, I don't know all the ins and outs of TikTok. I learn as I go, people, okay? TikTok is not for me, but I try to follow with what's going on over there. So you can react to comments. So you can post somebody's comment on your TikTok and do a TikTok based around the person's comment. The comment will show. So Mikayla would post a comment of someone saying like, wow, this Charlotte Tilbury stuff is amazing. Like, Charlotte Tilbury slays. It's life, queen Charlotte Tilbury. So then she would use that comment to make a TikTok sponsored video ad about Charlotte Tilbury and, like, you know, hype up the product, say how amazing it was, and use that comment as a way to do a whole TikTok sponsored video about Charlotte Tilbury and, you know, shove more products down our throat on a daily basis. I mean, we are giving these brands freaking blowjobs at this point with the amount of crap that Mikayla is putting in our fucking mouths every day. I mean, we should all be experts at giving head at this point, okay? So what was exposed was Mikayla would constantly use like this same person's comment, and they would be commenting about this brand and that brand and how amazing it is and using that for her TikTok videos. Well, it was exposed that this person is her best friend. Well, one of them. So Mikayla, ever since the start of her career, you guys, has been using her friends to leave comments about how amazing these brands are so that she could react to it and make a sponsored ad. Like, it's just how her entire career is a freaking joke at this point. It's a lie. She has done everything in her power from the start of her TikTok to become an influencer, to become a beauty guru, and she will use anybody she can. She will use the brands. She will do whatever it takes to make this fake freaking career that she has created for herself. And it's just so disgusting how fake she really is and what a freaking phony she is. Like, I know I keep saying it, but I think what makes this worse is the fact that she has literally marketed herself as real and authentic, and I'm a real ass bitch, and, you know, the bad bitch beauty boot camp and all this cringe crap that she likes to push to everybody. And she is one of the fakest influencers I think I have ever seen in my damn life. Anyway, okay, let's move on. Okay, next we're going to move on to Jessica Kent. Oh boy. Oh boy. Things have taken a turn. Things have gotten even more messy and crazy and twisted since the last video I did. Buckle up, guys. This is a wild one. So, if you guys didn't see my last video on Jessica Kent, I will give you guys a little recap of all the craziness that has been happening, okay? Jessica Kent is a huge YouTuber in the prison and recovery communities. She has almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and I found her through YouTube Shorts. I watched a lot of her content. I thought it was very interesting. I liked hearing her stories of her past and how she was in prison and all the stuff that goes on in prison. And I am all about a bad bitch having a come up, coming from a hard life, crawling her way out of the deep dark hole that is addiction, being successful, providing for her family. Like, I am not hating on her in that way whatsoever. I'm all about women, like, getting their life together and becoming successful. I really am. But I started getting weird vibes from her when I saw her videos on her channel. So when I watched her shorts, they were very short and to the point. I didn't get any weird sense of her being like lying or manipulative or strange, okay? But then when I started watching the long form content on her channel, the red flags and weirdness started coming out for me when she started talking about what was going on with her fiance Reese at the time and his addiction and the stuff that he was going through. Like, she would post really weird thumbnails of his crashed car. And she wasn't just sharing her own story. She was pretty quick to share his. And I know that people say, and he did go on and talk about it with her, but it seemed like every time he had a relapse or a mess up, she ran to YouTube to talk about it. And that must have been really hard for him to deal with, okay? Then she started posting videos about her leaving the relationship because it was toxic and abusive, okay? Can't say certain words on YouTube. Sorry, guys. And she posted a clip of him like screaming at her and her going to the floor, and she said he was controlling and trying to do all this stuff, keep her car that was in his name. And okay, so after that I was like, whoa, what is going on here? Like, what? And she has children with him. And I thought it was very weird that she was posting this on YouTube so soon after it happened, okay? I think that's one of the other things that people were concerned about is she's posting this, like, in real time. It's not like she processed everything and went through it and then a few years later is like, this is what really happened. She's, like, posting it as it's going down. And that was concerning for a lot of people. And obviously we were worried about her too. I'm not taking away the fact that she was in a very toxic relationship. I'm not calling her a liar about that. I don't think people should do that because that's not fair to do. So she also had her friend Mindy come stay with her. So she's single now. She's living on her own. She is not with Reese anymore. Her and Mindy are very good friends. Mindy relapsed, okay, and came to stay with Jessica at her house. And according to Jessica, she had no idea that Mindy had relapsed when she invited her to the house, which I don't believe that. But even if that is the case, why are you inviting people to stay with you knowing that the guy you're dating at the time, Jason, is having people in your house and they're doing drugs and it's a very toxic environment for somebody who's in recovery, even if they haven't relapsed? It's fucked up, okay? Her and Mindy have a falling out, okay? According to Mindy, the falling out is because Mindy was questioning her about who was babysitting Jessica's children. Apparently, the babysitter was also like an addict and a criminal and all this stuff, and Mindy was questioning that. She also was telling Jessica that she woke up one night and Jason and his friends were in the kitchen smoking the, M&Ms, and it was all over, like, they were just smoking it all over the place. It's a lot, you guys. It's a lot, okay? She also, the reason why Mindy started exposing all this is because when they had a falling out, Jessica decided to run to YouTube, okay, and get ahead of it. I think she knew that Mindy had all of this on her, and she also had Mindy sign an NDA. So she thought in her head, this is just my opinion, okay? In her head, she's like, I'm going to get ahead of this. I'm going to come out and discredit Mindy from the get-go. She has an NDA. She can't say anything back. And that way, if something does come out, my fans already think that she's a liar and a shady bitch. To me, Jessica was very calculated and planned how she did all of these things. I don't think it was just this quick reactionary video like she's trying to claim, where she was just emotional and made a mistake. I don't believe that. I think it was very calculated how she went about exposing Mindy. I think she wanted to make sure that Mindy was discredited from day one in case Mindy were to come out against her. She knew what she was doing. Jessica is very smart. She's very conniving, manipulative, calculated. She knows how to twist and manipulate things and fool her audience into believing whatever narrative she wants them to believe. So as Mindy is clapping back and releasing these text messages, okay, they're crazy, okay? Everything from taking Adderall without a prescription, trying to get Mindy Xanax, okay, which is a big thing because in her expose on Mindy, she claimed the reason why Mindy had to get out of her house is because Mindy broke the number one rule of her home, which is don't use in her house. Which is interesting. If you're getting her Xanax and talking about taking Adderall yourself, how are you going to say that's the number one rule? Also, Jessica claims that she takes addicts into her home to help them with harm reduction. And I didn't think about this until later on, but what I've looked up about harm reduction, it's about helping addicts, not trying to fight them into being clean, but to make sure they're being safe and keep them healthier by making sure they're not using dirty needles, they're not sharing the paraphernalia and stuff like that. But everything that I have seen on harm reduction is done by professionals, by professional substance abuse clinics and professionals in that field. I'm not sure where it's happening, where just regular people off the street are participating in harm reduction of addicts. Also, how is she doing harm reduction in her house if no one is allowed to use in her house? Is she taking them in, getting them clean needles and supplies and then telling them to leave and go get high and come back? I'm not really sure how that's working. And also, why is she taking in addicts to help them if she's allowing people to use in her house while her and her kids are sleeping? None of it makes any sense, okay? And one of the issues here is Jessica has continuously acted like she is an advocate for addicts, like she is some professional who's taking people in and helping them get sober and all this stuff. And she is not a professional. She doesn't work for a professional. She doesn't work under a doctor. She doesn't work for any kind of substance abuse facility. She is just a YouTuber that people look up to and want to follow what she's doing, because a lot of young people follow her, and they truly believe she's the epitome of recovery and where they should strive to be at. And that is why it is so dangerous for somebody like Jessica to have as big of a platform as she does, and to have so many young people following her and looking up to her, because clearly she's a fraud. She is a total fraud. She manipulates people. She lies. She's a backstabber, and she is portraying herself as this pillar of recovery. And then when she gets called out, she's like, oh guys, I know that I'm, up on this pedestal for recovery, but don't put me there. I'm only human. I'm just like you and make mistakes too. It's so manipulative, okay? And I know also, I want to bring up now, Jessica is claiming she doesn't take addicts into her home. That's crazy, blah, blah, blah. She said that she did. Another guy even made a TikTok defending her, saying, of course she takes addicts in. It's called harm reduction. But then when people are calling her out for taking addicts in her home that she doesn't know around her children, of course she says, I don't do it in my home. And it's very strange to me that Jessica has made 4 videos now trying to defend herself, and they were full of nothing but word salad and mental gymnastics to dance around the actual issues, make people feel sorry for her, try to sound like some profound guru that's a freaking psychologist and so smart and using all these fancy words, and NA wouldn't let me bring my own literature and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, just stop. Part of her tactic is to confuse people. That is why she puts all of this filler in her videos. And she doesn't actually get straight to the point. She doesn't actually address each thing that needs to be addressed. She will do this long, drawn-out video with all of this filler in about her trauma and her mental state and how she's dealing with her mental health to confuse people, okay? So much is coming out about this chick, okay? And her fans are very frustrating, okay? There's also this other creator lady. I already forgot her name. But she's another recovery channel, and she was getting on her soapbox and everybody needs compassion. If you're mad at Jessica, then you never have been through addiction and hard times. It's excuse me, don't tell me what I've been through, because you have no idea what people have been through, okay? Again, for the millionth time in this situation, it is not about her addiction or relapse or about having compassion. It's about Jessica being a manipulative, conniving person that is gaslighting everyone and making everybody feel sorry for her so that she can get out of this fucking mess that she created for herself, okay? Let's remember that she did all this. She exposed Mindy. She threw Mindy under the bus on her channel. Jessica didn't have to do that. There was literally no reason for it. There was no reason for her to get on and tell everybody that Mindy relapsed and nobody should support her or her business, other than to get back at her for revenge, okay, and to discredit her so that if anything else came out about Jessica, she would be scot-free because Mindy's already been labeled a liar, okay? Okay, so now, since all of this has went down, more stuff has come out about Jessica, okay? If the lady of the night in the basement and all of the DRUGSs and all of this stuff, if that wasn't crazy enough, well, it was also exposed that while Jessica was with her ex, Reese, she was also dating Jason for the past 10 years, allegedly, okay? Jessica has not denied this, but I'm still going to say allegedly. Allegedly, Jessica was writing Jason, who she claims is her best friend, while he was in prison. They were writing each other some very racy, very saucy, very raunchy emails to each other. Very, very, down, dirty emails, okay? And she was with Reese this whole time, okay? Now, I'm not sure if Reese wasn't giving it to her good enough, if he wasn't going downtown, if he didn't know what he was doing. I don't really know. But for some reason, Jessica decided she loves Jason and she wants to entertain him while he's in prison with her very elaborate, raunchy, creative self in the email. So, also, these emails were exposed on Reddit, okay? And I can't read them out here because I will most definitely get demonetized, okay? And possibly flagged. But I was thinking, let me know down below if you guys want. I was going to read out all of the saucy emails in a video and put it on members only. And I was thinking that way I would have something extra for my members, because I appreciate you guys so much, and we could have a good time and laugh reading out some of this, like some of these crazy erotica emails, okay? And this is not to hate or shame anybody. I just figured it would be fun to kind of narrate these emails and give something fun for my members to see. So let me know down below if you guys would like me to do that. So these emails came out, but here's the kicker, guys, okay? It gets even better. The reason why these emails were leaked is because during the time of Jessica and Jason being together, they got into a fight, okay? They got into a fight. They were having some, rough times or whatever. And Jason sent the emails to Reese. So he sent their sex mails to Reese and showed him that, look, this is what your girl was doing while you guys were together and while I was behind bars. Like, you guys were together, living your, like, little home life, white picket fence, acting like you guys, are in love and all this stuff. And behind the scenes, Jessica is emailing me about what she wants me to do to her lady bits when I get out. So then Reese exposed them on Reddit. Now, I'm not really sure if Reese exposed them or if he gave them to Mindy. I don't know. This is like a damn soap opera, you guys. It's crazy. I find it really crazy that the guy that she's with right now and is sleeping with and dating is who gave her ex the emails between the two of them. And I haven't really seen anybody mention this, but it's like, why are you still with this guy? He literally betrayed you. You guys got into a fight, and the guy that's supposed to be your ride or die, your man, your best friend, betrayed you because he was mad and gave your ex the emails to prove that you were cheating on him. Like, he doesn't sound like a good guy at all. That is not what a man who has your back and loves you would do. I don't care how mad he is. Your significant other should never betray you like that. And I just cannot believe that Jessica, with how she acts like she's like a tough girl, she's a gangsta, she's, queen of the streets and loyalty and all this stuff, is hanging on to this man who literally backstabbed her and sent Reese the emails. I think that's absolutely crazy. So, of course, Jessica gets on and tries to do another video gaslighting people, saying that, she shouldn't be telling people to drink alcohol with their prescriptions. Oh, and my favorite one was, of course I had to help the lady of the night in my basement. What was I going to do? I had to help her. So it's really crazy to me that Jessica is literally confirming that some of the things in these text messages are true, but she's still not addressing some of the major things that came out about her. Like her doing the Adderall without a prescription, the drugs in her house. She's still claiming that she didn't relapse. She's still claiming that nobody was using in her home. So, like, which is it, Jessica? Are the text messages true or are they not true? Okay? Because I find it very hard to believe that they're fake, okay? I find it highly unlikely that this woman who is in recovery, just relapsed, trying to get her life together, would make all that many elaborate, detailed, fake text messages. Like, I'm sure it could be done, but I just don't believe that, especially since Jessica keeps coming out with little bits and pieces that are confirming they're true. And CPS is involved, and at the end of the day, this is just about the kids. It really is. Jessica needs to be, like, working on herself, taking care of her kids, trying to co-parent and all this stuff, instead of worrying about what all these people are accusing her of on the internet. At the end of the day, she really just needs to maybe take a break and focus on her kids and fixing herself and whatever she needs to do. I think it's really weird that she's spending so much time making all these videos trying to like defend herself without actually addressing things. And then she got real petty. And of course, got on TikTok and is now accusing Mindy and Reese of sleeping together. Like, but she's innocent and a victim and wants to be left alone. But she gets on and again sends more hate towards Mindy. She knows that her ride or die fans are going to go out and defend her. So she gets on and tells everybody that she thinks Mindy and Reese are sleeping together in the most condescending way ever. And she's like, you know, Mindy, you think it's all good now, but that man almost killed me. And when he's throwing you across the room and all this stuff, and you call me crying, I will be here for you. It was so condescending and disgusting how she got on and was like patronizing Mindy about allegedly sleeping with Reese, okay? And also allegedly the reason why she kept going to Reese's house is because she thinks that Mindy and Reese are sleeping together. So she kept trying to go over there and see what was going on and see if she could like catch Mindy there. It's like, girl, why do you care? If you're over Reese and he's a monster and he's so toxic and horrible, why do you keep going over there? Why do you care who he's sleeping with? And why the hell would you get on and tell everybody that Mindy's sleeping with him? I do not think for a second that Mindy is sleeping with Reese. And this is just another form of deflection for Jessica, okay? If she puts more eyes on Mindy and makes all of her fans think that Mindy's sleeping with Reese, again, that discredits Mindy, because then people think, oh, well, this is why Mindy's doing all this. She's lying on Jessica because she wants to be with Reese. It's just so calculated and manipulative. And it's like so frustrating because the conversation keeps shifting to have compassion. Jessica, needs help and this and that, which great. I have compassion if she relapsed. I'm an addict myself. Of course I do. But this is so far beyond Jessica messing up and having a relapse. She's literally trying to ruin people's lives. She's literally using other people to get out of her mess. She's lying. She is just doing all this crazy shit instead of taking a step back and focusing on her kids. She's pretending that she's doing that, but she's not. She's more focused on making 500 videos to try to make herself look better and make Mindy and Reese look horrible. And if Reese is the toxic monster that she says he is, that is horrible. I don't want any woman to have to go through that with a man. Don't get me wrong, and I am never going to get on here and say that she's lying about that, because I think that's messed up to do. But I think at this point, Jessica just needs to face the music, and I think a lot of people see her completely differently than they did before. People who were huge fans of her and looked up to her and used her content to help them get through their own recovery. It's like a slap in the face to all of those people. And she thinks it's funny and cute to get on and be like, oh, everybody's so worried about me and I'm fine and this and that. It's like, girl, you don't give a shit. It's like another influencer who doesn't care about her audience, who doesn't care about the people who got her where she is today. And that is a running theme, it seems like, with influencers. It's like they get big, they make all this money, and they could give two shits about the people that got them there. And they don't care if they lie to them and manipulate them and gaslight them and use them as a weapon. I cannot stand when people use their fans as a weapon to go after and attack other people. It's disgusting. Okay, this video is long enough. If you guys made it till the end, I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching my content and supporting me and, allowing me to be able to get a sponsorship from Temu. This is so huge for me, and I couldn't be more excited to share this with you guys. And I really hope that if you decide to shop my link and use the code, that you guys find a whole bunch of stuff that you love and all the kitchen gadgets and toys and clothes and whatever your little hearts desire for like a super cheap price. So anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I have a ton more content coming your way. Finally got this video done, so now I can work on some of the other stuff that comes out, because you guys, as I'm trying to finish one video, 10 more things happen on the internet. So make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure the notification bell is on, because notifications never freaking go out. It tells me in my back-end analytics like how many views come from notifications, and it's like notifications never freaking go out for people. A very small percentage of people get notifications. So make sure you have those on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.